I'm a runner. Look, Mom, we're really big. I'm a runner. When I tell people I'm a runner, I get one of two responses. One is, "Oh, awesome. I love to run too. Let's go. Where can we go? When do you want to go?" The other one, "I hate running. Oh my God, I hate running. I got an injury, or I wasn't happy when I was a child running." I actually love to run. I'm one of these people. And this is me at 8 years old. My aunt is running the Vancouver Half Marathon, and I'm joining her for the last 10K with my mom and my uncle. I grew up with this family of people who really appreciated physical activity. And when they would come home, they would sweat, but they'd just be happy. Just feeling that sweat. It had the sense of community, the sense of awesomeness, and I wanted to be part of it. That's me. The thing I love about running is that it's not really even about running. It's about how you feel. And when I put on my running shoes, I'm a superhero. I can do anything. I can change the world. And that's just how I always want to feel. So tonight I'm wearing heels, but normally I spend my life in running shoes. And this is kind of how I've always felt, except for when I turned 9 years old and into my teens, running became really uncool. And to be part of the cool group, you weren't a runner. Actually, 56% of girls are dropping out of PE, and they're not active enough to benefit their health at all. And this is for a variety of reasons, but by the time you get to high school, girls are dropping PE. They don't like running. Running is used as a punishment. Who plays basketball? Show of hands. Show of hands if you played basketball, volleyball, some sort of team sport. Awesome. Okay, who still plays that sport? Very few hands. Yeah. The thing is, when we start if we don't love physical activity by the time we're 10 to 12 years old, we probably won't try again until we're late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, when it becomes more about weight loss and how I want to look in my body instead of how I just want to feel. I just want to feel great. And running is really special because it's not about running. It's just about being active. You don't need a team. You don't need people. You don't need anything, but you can have those things. You don't even need shoes. You can do it in your bare feet. But the thing is, we always deal with monsters, who I call the scribble in my head, and it's like I'm a toddler just drawing this thing around and around and around. And when you're in high school, it just gets worse, and the anxiety and the stress and everything. And then you get a job, and that happens too in relationships, and you've got this scribble, and it just keeps on talking to you. And you're like, be quiet. And I got to a point where I was feeling in a really, really dark place. I wasn't happy. I had distanced myself from my family and my friends, emotionally, physically, and I felt isolated. And on my social media, this photo came up, and I clicked on it. And I watched the video, and it was this girl, and she's flipping cards, and she's telling her story. And I watched it once and twice, and I watched it over and over and over on repeat. And I couldn't understand why I felt exactly the way she did. I felt alone and stressed. And she had made a choice, and my social media told me that she had decided to commit suicide. This is Amanda Todd. She's from our community, and what really hit me about this was I don't think she's alone. She wasn't alone because I felt that, and I knew other people felt that. And the thing is, we're not talking about it. We're not talking about mental health. We're not talking about how we feel. We're not talking about how we can fix it. But running is one of those things. It's one of those things that you all have access. Every single person in this room can run, can walk, can hop, can skip, can jump, whatever it is, but you can be active. And that's what I love to do. Because the only thing when I was in that dark place that I felt really good doing was running and meeting my community and going out and seeing those people that would show up for me. And so we know that when you connect people with mentors, this is my cousin, this is Maddie. She's what we call a soul tier. She's awesome. When we connect people with mentors and people that really believe in them, they're 4 times more likely to feel successful. And they're also 4 times less likely to suffer from anxiety and stress and all that other stuff, express anger in a negative way. And so I started a program called Soul Girls because I don't think girls have to be alone, especially when they're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, when their bodies are changing, their lives are changing, their friends are changing, and they're really trying to decide, who am I? We've talked a lot about tonight, who am I? Be yourself. So when you're that age, you are trying to figure out who you are. And I'm lucky, we've worked with over 200 girls in the past year. And I get to share this awesome stuff about empathy and anxiety and talking about just being whatever makes you creative and whatever makes you unique, and to find that passion and to discover running. To discover running because it doesn't have to be competitive, it doesn't have to be with a team, it's something that you can do anytime, anywhere. I've been lucky enough to travel the world and run all over the world, and this year I did Ironman. I call it Iron Woman. And I do this because it keeps me sane. It keeps me happy. But I do it because there's people that don't have the tools, and they need to know that these tools are totally accessible to everybody, and it's your choice if you use them. The idea is to be yourself. And this is a group of girls I was lucky enough to work with this summer, and we're just silly. You know, inside of you all, you have this like silliness that just wants to like, I don't know, do a selfie, and, you know. and that's okay. That's okay to be that. But physical activity is going to allow you that space to calm your mind. And so I want to invite you all today to decide who you want to be. Who you want to be, and can you be that mentor for younger girls? Because those girls are watching you. If you have a younger person in your life, go for a run with her. Invite her out for physical activity. Invite him out for physical activity. Invite him to be active. Be active yourself, because people are watching. I was watching my mom. My mom went out every single day to be active. And if she couldn't run because she was injured, she would swim in the water run. That's what it's called, water run. And that's all great, but it's your decision. And people are watching, kids are watching. And I really hope that you decide to be a saltier or be the mentor that you wish you had when you were a kid. Thank you.